30 years later, Kevin Costner's forgotten post-apocalyptic sci-fi quietly lands a new streaming home. Waterworld finally has a new streaming home on one of the biggest platforms of all time. Although Kevin Costner had success in many different genres, the sci-fi film was not a hit. As of January 1st, Waterworld has a brand new streaming home on Prime Video. Waterworld joined the Prime Video streaming library right alongside other genre fan favorites such as Final Destination, Bloodlines, Warcraft, and the first 4 Mission: Impossible films. Directed by Kevin Reynolds from a screenplay by Peter Rader and David Twohy, Waterworld is set in a post-apocalyptic future in which seemingly every single corner of the globe has been left buried beneath an endless ocean. In the year 2500, what remains of humanity ekes out what meager existences they can on makeshift floating structures and the remnants of past survivors. Waterworld stars Costner as the Mariner, a drifter and mutant who is swept up in the hunt for dry land after crossing paths with Jean Triplehorn's Helen and her young daughter, Enola, portrayed by Tina Majorino. After the trio escapes from their would-be captors, they set out to uncover whatever remains of the world above sea level, all while trying to escape the villainous Deacon, portrayed by Dennis Hopper. Upon its release in theaters back in 1995, Waterworld was met with a wave of decidedly divisive reviews from critics and audiences alike. As of the time of writing, Waterworld holds a 60% fresh rating via review aggregator Rotten Tomatoes, as averaged across 136 verified critical reviews of the film. Waterworld also holds a 44% audience-generated popcorn meter score, as averaged across more than 100,000 verified user-submitted ratings. Despite the largely unflattering reviews, Waterworld still managed to rake in more than $264.2 million over the course of its original run at the box office, albeit against a massive budget of around $175 million. Even more surprising, Waterworld was released alongside a slew of tie-in media and merchandise, including a 4-issue comic book miniseries and multiple video game adaptations. Why fans are still holding out hope for a Waterworld sequel? Fans of Waterworld have been clamoring for a follow-up since the original film's release, and that sentiment hasn't let up even in recent years. Back in 2021, it was announced by producer John Fox that a Waterworld sequel series was in development with Dan Trachtenberg attached to direct. We're not 100% sure on the approach to the show. But definitely, we're in the building stages right now, Fox said at the time. Fellow producer John Davis added, "The only movie that I went back recently that we made and rewatched, and I was surprised at how well it held up, is Waterworld. For many, many years I didn't really want to see it because I thought the movie didn't work, it wasn't what the script was, it was not as good as the script, and it had its production problems. And then I went back and saw it again, and it's like, oh yeah, this movie ages great with time." More recently, in November 2025, Trachtenberg himself discussed the long-awaited Waterworld sequel project, noting that, "The thing about Waterworld that I want to see is a video game." Trachtenberg added, "I want to see an open-world third-person action-adventure video game that is not a remake of the movie, but is a sequel to the movie. That's what I want to see." Waterworld is now available for streaming on Prime Video.